DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
All right, I think we are just about set here. Let me just make sure I've got things all squared up and ready to go. Okay, so I've got multiple screens going on here tonight. If you guys are just following us, hey, thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight is DJ and TV kind of convention series night here, where we are doing a lot of different videos and doing a lot of different bouncing back and forth, trying to keep things really, really tight with our shows tonight. So that way there's not a ton of lag time between shows. There will be some lag time between this show and Dan and Shani and I getting ready for the end. This one's going to be a little bit shorter than the other ones because we're just going to talk a little bit about some mic tips. And the reason I wanted to hit this show, I need to record here. There we go. Sorry. For those of you wondering, what's going on tonight is two different computers, two different complete systems. This is the mic for this show. This was the mic for the last show. Two webcams, two computer systems, two mixing boards, and it's all designed to send this same thing out, where to be able to capture that Zoom audio, bring it to the board, do what we need to do, and send it back out so you guys could hear everything that's going on. So tonight, when you see me looking over here, it's not that I'm trying to be rude in any way, shape, or form, but that's the second computer way over here. Jesse, that's an image that we're not going to talk about tonight. So the chat room on YouTube is open. Thank you guys for being with. And this is, again, going to be a little bit shorter video. The reason it came up with this is that at Mobile Beat 2 weeks ago, actually, last week is kind of a blur for those of us who ended up coming down with a little flu bug afterwards. But after Mobile Beat, there were so many DJs out there that are not using a microphone properly. And they're up there trying to make announcements and trying to be an MC. I mean, yeah, there's some of them who are trying to be the cool rapper guy, and that's another situation. But a lot of the problems that were happening because of microphones happened because of improper usage of the microphone in one way, shape, or form. And we've all seen this. And there are some of us who just haven't gotten past that point of learning how to do and how to use that part of it. So that's part of it. What brought me onto this, wanting to talk to everyone a little bit about how to be a little bit better MC when it comes to your events. So first off, I've got 5 tips that I put together here, and we're going to dig into those. Before we get to the 5, this one would be like a 0 point, is really learning how to hold a microphone. Holding a microphone is such a critical thing. And you've seen things where people talk about holding it, with between the 2 and the 4 fingers in front of the mouth and holding it, like this. We are MCs at our events, and doing this like a singer, I've got this big thing between me and the audience when I'm trying to make announcements. This is probably not for us. While for a singer who's going to adjust as they're getting louder and what they're wanting to do with their microphone, a trained singer who's holding a microphone this way is certainly one they're going to do that. We're not that. We're also not a rapper where we're going to want to cover that element, because in this particular case, this is a hypercardioid, meaning that it's going to have kind of a cardioid shaped like a heart pickup pattern on this. So it won't pick up like this, but it'll pick up really well here and a little bit pretty well on the sides. So it's going to be picking up here. And some microphones actually they pick up in a complete ball shape. Some of them are more kind of directional, where that heart goes up here more. And this one would be more where it's up here, less on the sides, more on the top. Holding the microphone like this, yes, it will function, and you're going to be able to get a good audio sound from your voice like this. You're going to be popping your P's and such as you go, but that's part of life. As an MC, I don't want to be doing that. I want to pull this down because I don't want to have anything between me and the guests. I want to be able to look around, and I want them to be able to see. And they're going to see if I'm smiling. They're going to see if I'm having fun. They're going to be able to engage visually with me, and that's what I'm really, really after when it comes to this. So having the microphone down a little bit, you'll see some people talk about holding the microphone right down here. And that works. It follows that same concept, is that the pickup pattern from the microphone is above it and it's picking up my voice. I'm not going to be as prominent with my popping of my P's in my speech and such. So holding it down here certainly works. And some people talk about, literally holding it just off your chin. Well, if you're like me and you don't shave your stubble, yes, the microphone will pick up the stubble as you're talking. So that's maybe not the greatest way to deal with it. Somewhere though in that area, so it's not obstructing. You're not obstructing the element with your hand. You're holding it comfortably. And you'll watch videos and they're talking about, don't have your wing out there, and you want to make it so it's nice and comfortable. If this is a struggle for you to hold the microphone properly, if you end up doing this kind of a thing, the best recommendation I would have is to literally get on it when you're on a telephone conversation, is to go and have